Dawn, 14th of March 2023, a report states Pakistan's payments could stop if the IMF agreement is delayed. Pakistan needs to go into debt to clear its slate after being bailed out by the IMF more than 22 times. The Pakistani Army, which controls Pakistan and has never permitted freedom to take root there or in China, is the main offender. Diplomacy's debt trap. A U.S. bank issued the warning as diplomatic circles in Washington suggested that Islamabad was nearing an agreement with the IMF and that Pakistan would need to halt debt repayments if it did not quickly obtain financing from the IMF. However, the Bank of America team that produced the study also asserted that Pakistan could be saved by China, a close ally, because of the two nations' close ties. The majority of debt is high-interest Chinese loans that block debt. According to the bank's team of experts, including economist Kathleen O, China holds the key to immediate relief as the biggest creditor. The likelihood that China will support its longtime ally and the enslaved country is growing as the two countries develop closer relations. A state of moratorium appears inevitable unless the payout comes through soon, according to economist Kathleen O, cited by the Bloomberg news agency in its report on the bank's assessment on Monday. It is still unclear whether and when Pakistan can receive the next installment from the IMF, she said, despite weeks of talks to release money from its stalled IMF $7 billion loan program. Pakistan has enacted a number of policy measures, including higher taxes, higher energy prices, and raising interest rates to the highest level in 25 years. However, the Pakistani Army, which has destroyed Pakistan by indoctrinating and radicalizing its populace to develop a poison pill plan against India, has not been punished in any way. Although Pakistan has historically missed such deadlines, Finance Secretary Hamed Yaqub Sheikh told the media on Thursday that a deal would likely be reached in the coming days. Jamil Ahmad, the governor of the State Bank of Pakistan, stated last week that Pakistan needs to turn over $4 billion in debt and repay about $3 billion by the end of June. According to a Bloomberg report, Pakistan, whose reserves are only enough to cover a few weeks of imports, was less under duress due to a loan rollover from the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China earlier this month. Fitch Ratings, a rating agency, stated in its most recent report on the nation's economy that default is a real possibility in Pakistan, as evidenced by the current rating. According to Chris Johnny's Crustins, a director at Fitch based in Hong Kong, the probability is high, but it is less than 50%, he told Bloomberg. Crustins noted that the value of the Pakistani rupee has decreased by roughly 20% so far this year. It's entirely possible that you could experience further currency depreciation if financing does not materialize. However, Washington's diplomatic community claimed that Pakistan was really close to signing a deal and might be completed in the coming days. Similar hopes were also voiced by Finance Minister Ishaq Dar last week while speaking to journalists in Islamabad. Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari lamented the delay while on a trip to Washington last week, adding, "And lastly, the cherry on the cake is the negotiations with the IMF, as ever ongoing and still not concluded. And those uncertainties have an impact on the economy as well." He added that the nation's economic condition was nothing short of a disaster, especially for those at the bottom of the pyramid. He urged all foreign financial institutions to provide relief to our people. Any relief will probably be temporary because the money provided will go to the Chinese or the ruling class outside Pakistan,